All right. Guys, what is going on? And thanks for tuning into today's video. As you can tell, it is about a tattoo tour with my tattoos on my body. So guys, grab a beer, let's chill out and talk this one out. So I get stopped in the public all the time for my tattoos, and yes, I did choose random places and probably the most exposed places to get tattooed first. Now, I'm gonna go over the meaning behind them and some advice that I would like to give to kids before they get them as well. Even that I am personally in the beginning stages of this, still I would consider. Eventually I will be covered with tattoo sleeves going all the way and a chest piece and many other ideas that I have in my head for the meanings of my life. But I had these pieces in my head for a couple years before I pulled the trigger on them. So one of the many things I can say, I am glad I didn't start getting tattoos until I was into my 30s. This is just my own take on it. So take it how you want. I'm just glad I waited later on in life because I'm not the smartest dude out there, and I'm sure I would have had many regrets of things that I would have got tattooed if I was 18, 19, and even in my 20s. And I probably would have regret some of those by now. And I would have had cover-up pieces and all that with it. Now, I'm also not knocking people that do get tattoos when they are young. But for myself personally, I wanted to wait it out and let some time go by before I started just throwing ink on my body. So what do I love about tattoos? I love tattoos for myself, and that is because my life has a story. And my body can tell that story like it's a book. Like you can just flip the pages to the next tattoo to learn more about me. So one of the first tattoos I got was on my knuckles. I got self-love. Guys, I'm also gonna throw pictures on this so you can see better takes on what I got. But I got self-love on my main knuckles for myself. And the meaning behind that was that I never fully accepted who I was growing up. And it took me years to discover who I was and learn to love myself. And ultimately, it came down to me trying to commit suicide for many years, on and off. So I wanted a reminder, and it's almost liberating for myself personally to look down and I see how far I came in my life. If I did commit suicide, I wouldn't have met the love of my life. I wouldn't have built a 7-figure empire. I wouldn't have helped change so many other people's lives in my community. So I am truly grateful for this reminder when I look down. And I also got a semicolon here too for that meaning. So after that, I got a ton of symbols, next row of my knuckles, as you can see. So we're gonna start with my right hand. My pinky has the Star of David because I am Jewish. The next finger is the Zeus's thunderbolt for power. The next finger is the cash symbol on my middle finger for fuck you money. The next one would be an anchor for hope, steadfast, and calmness. And I also already went over this one, but on my thumb I got a semicolon. So that is my right hand on my knuckles. Before we go to my left hand, I want to go down to my shins because this is the most attention grabber I probably have. Because I wear shorts like 70% of the time out there. Everyone always asks me, what does it say? And two, what does that mean? So I got self-made. So I'm gonna throw a picture up here because I can't really get it, but I guess you can probably see. Ooh, look at the leg. But I got self-made. So here's self, and on the other one, I got made on it. So self-made is what's tattooed on my shins. I didn't come from the Lucky Sperm Club, as I say. Everything I have built with myself and my wife has been built from the bottom on up, with extreme sacrifices that we have made for ourselves and insane workloads that we did to get to this point. I am self-made, and I'm proud of that. Nothing was ever given to us. There were no handouts for us. And there was also not many people that could give us advice on what we wanted to obtain either. We didn't have the right people in our lives when we started. We became those people for other people now. We figured it out and we went along on this crazy ride that we call our lives. I always wanted a big, bold statement when I walked down the road or down an aisle of a grocery store. And what better place than put it on my shins? And it definitely gets the attention for sure when people look down and see self-made. So let's go back to my hands. So my left hand now, we went over self-love with the top row of my knuckles. The next row of symbols for my left hand would be a crown for a king on my pinky, because I believe every man and woman are born to be a king and queen for themselves. We aren't designed to be peasants or slaves, but that's what the government and society basically wants and teaches us to be. We can have the power for our lives. So the next would be a heart on my wedding finger for marriage to the love of my life. Next, I would have a diamond because diamonds are made under pressure. I work better under pressure and chaos. Most people fold and they can't handle the pressure of the hard times in their lives. But when shit hits the fan, I welcome it and I love it because it's a challenge. And I know in the hard seasons of my life, it helps shapes the people of what they need to become better. So next, I have a Nautilus star for guidance and good luck on my journeys. And finally, the last row of my knuckles, or my fingertips, I should say, is spider webs. So this one was interesting. So what can you put on your fingertips that would look good and interesting and have meaning? So I said spider webs. Why? Because I am terrified of spiders. So it's a nice reminder to myself to face my fears, even if it's a little spider that scares me. Let's go back to the back of my hands. That I just got these pieces done yesterday. That's why I'm also behind on another video here, guys, but I'm trying to catch up for you guys. So on my right hand, I have a clock, and I will show pictures of this too so you guys can see, because this is your life, and it is ending in every minute at a time. So you need to take control of your life and make something happen with it, because you only get one life and one life alone. There is no afterlife, so you need to make this life count. So guys, time is ticking, get to work. The next would be on my left side, I got dice and cards because life is a game of chance. The ones that keep rolling the dice and never giving up on their life are the ones that eventually figure it out and turn the tables on hitting a winning streak. So for myself, I have failed hundreds and thousands of times, but I only needed 1 or 2 big wins in my life to change the course of history for myself. And it did. I only needed a couple wins. I've only won a couple times because I take extreme risk financially, physically, mentally, and all of it. Because if I hit it, I'll make it big. And that's just the way I am. All or nothing, baby. All or nothing. So guys, don't give up and keep rolling the dice for your life. So there you guys have it. This will be an ever-evolving thing for myself because I am going to continue to get tattooed. I mean, I've already spent several $1,000s on this detailed work already, and I'll probably spend another $20,000 on my body. I know, that's just what the price is these days. But I am so grateful because it is a storybook of my life and what I believe for myself. And I'm glad it means something and I can share that with you and people on the street when they stop me too, asking what's the meaning behind them, what's the purpose, why did you get that? So many questions just like that. So guys, thank you for watching, thank you for learning, thank you for supporting, and I appreciate you. So guys, if you do like these videos, if you like my content in general on all my stuff, please make sure that you guys give it a thumbs up to support the video and help the algorithm. And also make sure to subscribe to the channel because we post every single day here. Guys, it's been real, it's been honest, and I truly do appreciate you. I will see you tomorrow.